Hello friends, I am Professor Shivaji Walke. In previous session of MKT 358, we have seen about different stages for marketing of agricultural produce or 7 steps for marketing of agricultural produce, which are assembling, transportation, storage, grading and classifications, then processing, packaging and finally distributions. In today's session, we are going to see about marketing of important cereals in India. For that purpose, we are considering these three examples. In case of jawar, wheat and rice crops. So we'll begin with introduction. India is a second largest producer for rice and wheat crops. In India, some major important cereals are wheat, paddy, sorghum, millet, that is our bajra, then barley and maize crops. Okay, these are the major important cereals crop or major staple food crops for Indians. Within this all major important cereals crops, we are going to consider these three important cereals crops, that are wheat, paddy and sorghums. For the year of 2017-18, as per the report of Ministry of Agriculture, the production of major cereals was, in case of jawar, it was 4.95 million tons. In case of wheat, it was 99.17 million tons, and in case of rice, it was 112.91 million tons in the year of 2017-18. Now, areas, productions and yield for important cereals crop for the year of 2017-18. So in this charts, this sides I have kept cereals crops, jawar, wheat and rice, and these are the top states who are in the top in the productions of this important cereals crops. For example, in case of jawar, Maharashtra is top ones, which is contributing nearly about 2.17 million hectares of area under jawar crops. In percentage format, nearly about 43.69% of total area under jawar is only in Maharashtra. Okay, then Maharashtra is producing nearly about 1.81 million tons of jawars. Okay, then which in percentage format it is contributing nearly about overall for India 36.45% of overall production of jawar in India. Okay, and our average production, the average yield is 833, then followed by Karnataka and MP states. Then totally in India, nearly about 4.96 million hectares of land which is under jawar crops for the year of 2017-18. Then from that we are producing nearly about 4.95 million tons of jawars in the year of 2017-18, and our average productions or average yield is 991 for jawar crops. Okay, same like wheat crops. In case of wheat, UP is on top ones, which is having nearly about 9.75 million hectares of land under wheat crops. In percentage format, the UP is contributing nearly about 32.98% of land under wheat crops. Okay, then in productions, they are producing nearly about 31.88 million tons of wheat. In percentage format, it is nearly about 31.98% of total production of wheat in India. Okay, and their average production is 3,269 kg per hectares. Then followed by MP, then Punjabs. So overall in India, nearly about 29.58 million hectare land is under wheat crops, and our productions for the year of 2017-18 was 99.17 million tons, and average production is our average yield is 3,371 kg per hectares. Then in case of rice, West Bengal is top one. It is having nearly about 5.12 million hectares of land under rice crops. In percentage format, they are contributing nearly about 11.68% of total land. Then in productions, the West Bengal is producing nearly about 14.97 million tons of rice. In percentage format, they are contributing nearly about 13.26% of total production of rice belongs to West Bengal only. Okay, then their average production is an 2,926 kg per hectares. Then followed by UP and Punjab states. Overall, in India, in case of rice, nearly about 43.79 million hectares of land is an under rice crops. Within this, they are producing nearly about 112.91 million tons of rice for the year of 2017-18, and average productions of rice in India is an 2,578 kg per hectares. So within these charts, you need not to remember this all figures. Just remember this, which one is the top one states. Okay. For example, in case of Jawar, Maharashtra is top one, followed by Karnataka and MPs. And remember this one figures for just total lands for India's. Okay. Same for wheat and same for rice. Then assemblings. Different marketing agencies or different persons or functionaries involved in assembling of or procurement of these cereals, like producer, the person who is going to produce that cereal crops, then village merchants situated at village levels, then independent merchants, these are the persons who are buying at village market and selling into large market or at city markets. Then some are the wholesaler merchants, they are purchasing at big quantities. Then commission agent, they are taking the buyer and sellers at one place, one platforms. Then processors, they are processing or adding the value into the cereals crops. Then some cooperative organizations. Okay. And finally government agencies like FCIs and NAFED, they are also collecting the products. Okay. In case of for providing the security for the price or providing the food security to the Indian citizens. Then these are the some major assembling markets for different crops. Jawar, Maharashtra is the top one. In Maharashtra, Jalgaon, Bhusawal, Bodwad, Yaval, Raver, Chopra, Pachora, Chalisgaon, Parola, Almaner and Zamnes. These are the major assembling markets. Means the productions of the Jawars is situated in the surrounding areas of these markets only. Okay. In Karnataka, they have Bangalore, Harapanchali, then Gulbarga, Bidas. Okay. Then in MP, they have Bagalkot, Katani, Varaseni, Satana. Okay. Madhya. And for wheats, in Punjab, have Anjala, Amritsar, Binkiwadi, Khana. In UP, Puyana, Beverly, Sahinjanpur, Hardwai. Okay, these are the major markets for wheat in UP states. Then in Maharashtra state, we have in Pune, Kalyan, Solapur, Ulhasnagar, Dhule, Kolhapur. These are the major wheat markets for in Maharashtra states. Okay, just remember this, which is an major markets for which crops. Okay, then rice crops. For rice, in West Bengal we have Haldiris, then Tufanganj, then Alpurdwar. Okay, these are the major markets for rice in West Bengal state. Then in Punjab, Amritsar, Bhatinda, then Fatehnagar Sahib, Firozpur, Firozpur. These are the major markets for rice in Punjab states. And in UP you have Shahjahanpur, Paliawad, then Hardoi. These are the major markets for rice in UP states. And in Maharashtra we have Pune, Panvel, Kalyan, Sangli, Solapur for marketing for rice markets. Okay, then means of transportations means how the movement of commodities, or how the movement of commodities takes place from one place to another place. Okay, at the farmer levels, for bringing that products from their farm to village markets or primary market, they are using head load, then pack on animals, bullock carts and tractor trolleys. Okay, then traders and millers, they are procuring from primary markets to secondary markets or wholesale markets by truck or railway wagons. Then millers and different millers and retailers, the bringing that product from miller to wholesaler markets to retailer markets, they are using truck, railway wagons and mini trucks. And in case of consumers, from bringing that product from a retailer shop to their home or the consumers doorsteps, they are using head loads, pack on animals, bullock cart, hand cart and rickshaws. In case of exporters, they are using ships and air cargos. Okay, because it is on less perishable items, so most of the time they are using ships. Okay, then storage. For storing of this product, for the purpose of protecting the qualities and quantity of the products, we are using these two methods. First one, underground storage structures, and second one, above ground storage structures. In underground storage structures, commonly in India, some dry parts, means where the place where rainfall is and lows, in some part of Karnataka, some part of UPs, Bihar, Madhya Pradesh and Maharashtra and Andhra Pradesh, they are using underground storage structures. Then above ground storage structures, this is again divided into two parts, that are traditional storage structures. In that they are using mud bins. Okay, माठ म्हणतो आपण त्याला, किंवा राजने वगैरे त्याच्यात पण ठेवतात. देन बांबू रेड बिन्स. Okay, these are the kangi. Then some are metal drums and gunny bags. Okay, some improved storage structures are like improved bin, then brick built godowns, then cement plaster godowns, then bamboo bins, then CAP, cover and plinth methods. Okay, then silos also used for storage of these cereal crops. Then grading and standardizations. Grading is the process of sorting the produce according to the grades or classes. In case of cereals, the quality factors such as moisture content within that cereals crop, then foreign matters, then other food grains, admixtures of the other varieties and damaged grains. Okay, these are the some parameters or specification for grading of the produce. Okay, and as per this specification under AgMark standards, under the Act of Agriculture Produce Grading and Marketing Act, the national standard for the cereals are notified, considering the quality factors like moisture, foreign matters and other grains, food grains, admixture of different varieties, then damaged grain and immature grain. So these are the certain parameters for sorting or for grading of our cereals crops. So these are about the 2 day sessions. Remaining part we will see in next session. Thank you.